welcome to yet another episode. This is the Travel Nurse YouTube channel, and as I always say, this channel is specially dedicated to all internationally trained nurses who want to work abroad. My name is Abdul, and today we are going to talk about the OET, that is the Occupational English Test, which serves as an alternative, okay, to the IELTS or the International English Language Testing System. Okay, so this is an alternative test which is in the system, which a lot of people keep asking for more clarity on the exam. So we're going to talk about this today. We are going to look at the general overview of the OET. We are going to look at the test structure. We are going to look at the fees involved. We are going to look at the various components. We are going to also look at the test centers and locations. We are going to look at, their marking system or their grading system. So do not go anywhere. We are just taking a very quick turn, and we'll be back. Welcome back. So the OET, that is what we are going to talk about. Before then, if you've not subscribed to the channel yet, I'm pleading with you, kindly do so now, and also click on the notification button so that anytime there is an upload of a new video, you will be among the first people to be notified. Okay, so the OET stands for the Occupational English Test. This test has been around for quite a long time. It has been around since the 80s, so apparently it's like 30 years old, but it doesn't have the popularity as the IELTS has, and this has become a household test now, and it's becoming as I said, more of a substitute or an alternative test to the IELTS. So this test originally came from Australia, and since 2013 the Cambridge Assessment English and the OSCE came together to collaborate to work on this particular exam. So just as Cambridge Assessment English has a hand in IELTS, they also have a hand in this particular exam. This exam is specifically designed for healthcare professionals to test their communication skill, okay, taking into consideration the work scenario, the task completion at the various workplaces. So it is targeted as 12 different health professions. So we have dentistry, we have medicine, we have nursing, we have veterinary science, we have occupational therapy, we have pharmacists, we have optometry. There are 12 of them. So health care workers, even radiography. So healthcare workers within all these sectors can access the occupational English test, and it's also written worldwide. It has various centers across the world, and it comes in 4 components, just as the IELTS. It comes in 4 components. But before then, these are the list of countries who accept the OET exam. It is now accepted in the UK, it is accepted in Ireland, it is accepted in the US of A, it is accepted in New Zealand, it is accepted in Australia, it is accepted in United Arab Emirates or Dubai. It is also accepted in Singapore. So if you are a healthcare worker, be it a nurse, a doctor, a radiographer, dentist, occupational therapist, and you want to work in all these countries that I've listed, then the OET is suitable for you. Now let's look at the exam structure. The Occupational English Test has 4 components. It also comes in speaking, there is listening, there is reading, and there is writing. So it also has 4 components, just as the IELTS, but there are a bit of difference. So we will rush through and look at the components one after the other. Now let's look at the speaking test. With the speaking test, OET speaking test takes approximately 20 minutes. So you are to be in a room alone with an examiner and have a short conversation. So it comes in two parts. The first part is the introductory part where you introduce yourself, and with OET mostly it's more about your professional background. Okay, so from where you had training and where you currently work, and probably if you've worked in previous places and as a health worker, you will run that through with your examiner. Then the second part is more of a role play where you have two role plays. So they will give you a cue card, and you have to study the cue card for 3 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes, where you prepare yourself and you do your role play. With the role plays, it comes in clinical situations or clinical scenarios where you can be a nurse, you can be act like as a doctor or as a dentist, and the examiner will be a patient, a service user. It can be the examiner can act as a patient relative or someone who seeks for information. Then you as the candidate will now play the role of the healthcare worker. So you have two play roles. One, it can be either you giving education on a disease condition, or giving education on a vaccine, or probably talking to the person about his diagnosis or medication to take. So that is it. So it lasts takes up 20 minutes where these things go on. So that is the speaking, that is the component that the speaking comes in. So one, it's in two parts. The first part is introductory part where you introduce yourself, your professional background, and the second one is where you have the two role plays. So that is it, and this is scored up to 500, highest being the highest, from 0 to 500 being the highest. We'll run through the scores, so we'll do that. Now let's talk about. So with the listening part, the listening part consists of 42 questions and it lasts approximately for 45 minutes. You have 45 minutes to answer 42 questions. Okay, and as I said, with the OET, strictly health related. It is strictly health related, just things in connection with your work environment, your training you've had as a health care professional. That is it. It doesn't go beyond this scope. Okay, so the listening comes in 3 parts. We have part A, B, C. With the part A, it's more of a consultation extract. So you listen to a consultation between a healthcare professional and a client. So it can be between a nurse and a patient, maybe a nurse doing the assessment. You listen to the extracts, the conversation, then you answer questions on that. Or a doctor in the consulting room clerking a patient, and there's extract of that conversation, and you answer questions on that as well. Then the second part, or the B, you also have meetings or handing over or taking over, discharge plan, MDT meetings, or patient review. These are some of the conversations that take place in the second part, or the part B, and you answer questions relating to that. And with the part C of the listening, is more of a presentation, where the presentation can be upon a statistics of a hospital, it can be on a disease condition, a particular disease condition, it can be about epidemiology of anything at all. Okay, so just presentation, but related strictly to health. That is the third part. And as I said, in total for the listening test is 42 questions, and you have 45 minutes to answer. That is it for the listening test. OET writing. OET writing, Occupational English Test writing. So the writing session takes only 45 minutes, and you have only one task to complete in OET is the writing has only one tax. It doesn't have two tax, only one. And this tax is in the form of letter writing. It can be letter of transfer, letter of discharge. Yeah, so it's just about letter. So if you are a nurse, your letter of transfer, discharge, admission, those things, you'll be given an extract, or you'll be given a scenario to write on. So if you are a radiographer, the same. If you are a doctor sitting for the OET, you have your extract or you have your scenario to look at it and write your report. Okay, if you are a veterinary scientist, or the same thing. If you are optometrist, is the same thing. Okay, and the number of words required is between 180 and 200 words. 180 least and 200 maximum. So they will look at the purpose, the contents, they will look at the vocabulary or clarity, the organization of the work. All these things are sought after, and it takes only 45 minutes. And as I said, it's just one task that you have to complete. So you realize that it's just more of what you've been doing on the world, or what you've been doing on daily basis when you go to work. So you just look at the scenario given, and right, there's no specific format. It's just that they will have the structure that you have to arrange the work, and the choice of vocabularies you use. There are salient points that you cannot miss, like patient's identity, diagnosis, reason for referral or transfer or discharge, and all those things, medications that the patient is on. So those little dynamics you put in there, then you get your marks. That is it for the writing. So now let's look at the reading. With the reading, you have approximately 1 hour to finish the reading, and the reading carries like 42 marks. Yeah, with 42 questions. So the reading lasts for 1 hour, 60 minutes, and it also comes in 3 parts. You have part A, B, C. So with part A, that is the expeditious task. You are required to skim through how quickly you can skim through a test and point out relevant information. So you are given 15 minutes to answer 20 questions, and at the end of the 20 minutes or 15 minutes, the question paper will be taken. So with the reading part A for OET, first part is 20 questions for 15 minutes. You must be able to skim through and answer quickly. Okay, then you move on to the part B, which is on a separate sheet with part C. So part C is completing short sentences, completing a task, and that one, the part B consists of only 6 marks. Yes, and the part C consists of 16 marks, where you read a longer text trying to understand. So there are extracts relating from health journals, hospital reports, so trying to understand health policies and those kind of stuff. So everything is related to health. Everything about the reading or OET is just related to health. You don't go beyond the scope or outside the scope of the healthcare profession. Everything you do is healthcare. Okay, so the part A is taken after 20 minutes. Then you do the part B and C, which carries 6 and 16 marks. So approximately 42 marks, and you have 60 minutes to complete the task. So that one also comes with the reading, comes with task completion, sentence completion, crossing or match headings, and those dynamics, or MCQs, yes, those dynamics. It also comes with that. So now that we've quickly run through the various components of the OET, let's look at the cost involved. So the test results, or the exam fee for the OET is around 485 Australian dollars. When you convert to USD or United States dollars, that is around 455. In British pounds, is 320 pounds. So in Naira, we are looking at a region around 170,000 Naira. Yes, that is 170,000 Naira for the OET. And in Ghana cedis, we are looking at around 2,600. Yeah, 2,600 cedis for the OET. So this is the fee for the OET exam. Let's look at the grading system or the marking system. So they grade A, B, C, and D. That is their grading system. In OET, you can get A, B, C, and D, where A is equal to, band 8 to 9 for IELTS, B is equal to band 7.0 to 7.5, C is equal to band 6.5 in IELTS, and that is C plus, and C is equivalent to 5.5 to 6.0. Okay, and D is below 5.5. So they mark in hundreds or in tens, with the highest being 500. Okay, so when you get 450, you score 450 to 500 marks, then you get an A or 8.0, between 8.0 to 9.0 for IELTS. So it's 450 to 500 A. Okay, then you have 350 to 440, that is B. 350 to 440, that is B. Then you have 300 to 340, that is C plus. 300 to 340, that is C plus, and that will be equivalent to 6.5 in IELTS. Okay, so most countries that are listed, like UK, Ireland, US, Singapore, Dubai, who accept OET, they tell you maybe you should get a minimum score or minimum grade of C plus or a C. You understand? So C plus, which is just 6.5 in IELTS. So that is their grading system. That is how the grading system looks like. So remark, of course, after exam, sometimes you get a result and you feel like you had more than what you were given, so you want to go for a remark. In OET, you can go for a remark. Yes, and the remark will cost you around $120. Yeah, and even the main exam, when you write it, will take approximately 16 days, 16 business days, or 16 working days, so almost a month before your result comes out. And the result comes in batches. You can check for them online, so you can have your speaking. The next moment you are having your result for listening, you are having before you get the overall score. So when you want to go for remarking, it will cost you $120. And when you go for remarking and it happens that there is changes in your results, then the money will be refunded to you. But when you go for remarking and there is no changes, you get the same result, it remains the same, then there will not be refund. Okay, and with the receipt too, and if you don't get a particular component, let's say you had other parameters but you didn't get the speaking or the writing, you don't sit for the whole exam. It's only the one that you didn't get, that is the only part you register, and the fee comes down. Like it's less, it will cost you less than sitting for the exam in totality. So basically that is all about OET. Is just a quick overview. If you look at the description box, I've kept the official website for OET. You can go and read more. They have their reading materials over there that you can log in and go through them and see. But before I forget, let's look at their locations. As I said, they have locations all over the world. In Africa, they have locations in Nigeria, they have locations in South Africa, they have locations in Egypt. I'm very sorry, these are the 3 countries for now in Africa that have OET centers. So you are from Ghana, or you are from Togo, or you are from Zambia or Kenya or Zimbabwe, then sorry, you will have to travel to either South Africa, or those in West Africa travel to Nigeria for the exam. That is for OET exam. In Africa it is limited, but they have centers across the world. They have centers in Indonesia, they have in India, they have in Philippines, they have in US, they have in UK. It's spread across, but in Africa it's only 3 centers. Thank you very much. Watch out for my next video where I'll be talking about IELTS or OET, which one to go for. So watch out for the next video. Thank you very much. Kindly subscribe to the channel, like and share the videos among your colleagues for them to also benefit. See you later. Bye.